What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Hit the join button and become a member. Wow! Well, members get exclusive content. Hit the bell icon on my channel so that you'll receive a notification every time that I drop a video, and you can go and check the video out and leave a comment and leave a like if you support me and support the content. Let's get into it. This is part 11 of Tiny Goofy and Big Porky, two crazy Hoovers, essentially terrorizing the Los Angeles County Jail. Well, here, I'm going to take you to a situation where Tiny Goofy got into it with Tiny AD from 60s. I was there next door when they squabbled up. I was in Able 9, I believe it was, in 2800, and Tiny AD had pulled up, and he was right next door in Able 8 in 2800. Tiny AD and I were cool. He was a strong dude, a young dude, dark skin. Not big in stature. I guess you could say he had a little like wiry type size, but he was in there fighting, and he wasn't turning down, any fades. He would fight anyone, and he had been there for a little while. But Tiny Goofy pulled up, and certainly he already knew who Tiny Goofy was. He had heard about him. Everyone had. All the opposition, anyway, had heard of Tiny Goofy. They had to have, heard of him because he was lurking. And he was always a threat and always in beast mode. Sometimes I'm thinking people may think that I'm overhyping him. I'm exaggerating this stuff. It can't be that serious. He couldn't have been doing all of that. If anything, I am understating the facts. I am telling you, he had people in there in fear. You could not be the opposition walking around Los Angeles County Jail at that time and not know who him and Porky were, because it could cost you. Because when he met up with you, he's going to ask you for that fade. He wants to fight you, bro, if you're opposition, period. So you either going to fight or you're going to turn it down. There have been situations where people have turned it down. I can make some other videos and hurt some people's feelings. But that's not what my channel is about. But Tiny AD, well, he wasn't one of the guys that turned it down. Goofy pulled up, and he went down to Tiny AD cell. Where you from, bro? Tiny AD let him know, rolling 60s. Tiny Goofy told him, man, we got to get out. Tiny, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get out. Now, I don't know if Tiny AD thought that this was going to be a situation that was going to be put off. But Tiny Goofy meant business. And he meant that he wanted to get down and get down soon. Get down fast. I was in a cell with Deja Vu from 11 Deuce Hoover. He used to be from 11 Deuce Hoover. And Hawk, young Hawk, from 9-4. And as I said, Tiny AD, he was next door. Tiny AD ended up getting down with his celly upstairs from Menlo. I'm going to tell y'all about that because that shit was crazy. Natty beat Baby Rev from Blackstone was down in the last cell here on Able Road. Blue Eyes from Compton was there. Fame from Great. Cisco from Avalon. Shout out to my boy Cisco, young Cisco from Avalon. he was in the cell with me as well. So Tiny Goofy pulled up and tell him, we gonna get out. Tiny AD, in keeping with his character, said, okay. What else could he do? Whether he wanted to get out or not, you got to say okay, or are you turning down a fade? But it was only later on that day when we came out onto the tier for medical, canteen, day room, whatever it was. They began to run day room in there. Whatever it was, we came out into the tier. And when we came out, Tiny Goofy rushed down there and rushed into the cell next door. Okay, told AD, here it is. So AD like, okay, so what we getting down right now? Like I suppose he wasn't prepared. He didn't know that they was about to get out right then and there. They was gonna get down that day. As I said, perhaps he thought it was gonna be put off. But no, Tiny Goofy said, yeah, get down right now. Or it might have been showers. That we had came out for shower. People oftentimes ran into the other cell at shower time. Showers were pretty quick, real quick there in the county jail, but you have a little time to squabble during showers inside of the cell. Whatever time it was, he ran in there. I was still inside of my cell. And at the Tiny AD asked him the question about, we gonna squabble right now? Yeah, he did throw up his dukes and they began to squabble. Tiny Goofy and Tiny AD from rolling 60s. But Tiny Goofy, within seconds, he put him down. He dropped him. This is no knock on Tiny AD because I respect him, because he got back up and they began to fight again. But Tiny Goofy, he didn't dog him out when he dropped him. He could have, because he was vulnerable at that time. He was down and dazed. And Tiny Goofy could have continued to pummel upon him and perhaps incapacitate him. When I tell you that the man is a beast, young, strong, and athletic, big, cut up, and obviously, apparently, you can ask many of opposition. He's packing a powerful punch to go along with his stature. And he has the heart of a lion, which is most important. There's not much that Tiny AD can do. Tiny AD apparently, clearly has an abundance of heart as well. But that can only take you so far. And Tiny Goofy at the Tiny AD got back up, and he did throw his dukes back up, as a man should. But Tiny Goofy relentlessly continued to pummel upon him, to the point where I was hearing little sounds come from Tiny AD. Regular sounds that you would hear in the fight. Like that. I said, whoa, shit. Finally, I don't think I told Tiny Goofy to stop. I think they just stopped. It was over. It was a wrap. Tiny Goofy he got about to cell safely, and that was it. And then Tiny AD said later on, a few days later, I forgot, man, he was upset about something. And so he on a tier, like I say, he's right next door to me. He's right next door to me. He's on a tier saying something about, where was the OGs at? When Tiny, he talking about me. Who else is he talking about? But this is my guy. He talking about, where was the OGs at when Tiny Goofy, ran up in the cell? Man, what you want me to do, bro? I can't stop every fight. Y'all up in here young, y'all gang banging. He didn't have a weapon. He didn't take advantage of any situation. He told you y'all was gonna squabble up. You said okay, y'all squabbled up. So I didn't know what he was upset about. But he ended up moving upstairs and getting into it with his celly from Menlo. But Tiny Goofy, and I'll tell y'all about that, Tiny AD and his celly from Menlo. But Tiny Goofy, he got down with plenty of other people. KK from Denver Lanes. Yeah. He got down with him. Hangout from Denver Lanes. He got down with Goofy. Pop from Legend. They got down twice. And the list goes on. I'm going to bring you those stories because they're all important for a reason. And coming up, well, I'm going to take you back to Big Porky, rest in peace, who there in the county jail had ran into someone, another Hoover, that he had got into it with on the street. They really despised one another. The beef was really real. It was murderous even. And when Porky ran across him in the Los Angeles County Jail, no one could stop him or tell him anything. No one. And there was hell to pay. All hell indeed broke loose. I'll bring you that in Tiny Goofy and Big Porky, Two Crazy Hoovers, Part 12. It's coming soon. Much more content. I'm not going to get into it yet. Just going to produce it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Stay free, people.